talk about that more when we get down here in the counterfeit. But that's how that thing goes. Now, the same thing with the healing. What is healing? Healing is a sign. You say, why? Because the first man ever got healed was Moses. You don't read about any healing and miracle taking place in the book of Genesis? Find me a case. Then a case. Isaac gets old, gets sick, and dies. Jacob gets old, gets sick, and dies. Jacob gets a thigh muscle pulled out of joint and he's a cripple the rest of his life. He don't get healed. The first healing is in Exodus chapter 4, leprosy. That's the first one that gets healed. So if you've got a bunch of fake healers coming up, you know they're a bunch of fake because they're not connected with that Jew, and the Jews require a sign. The Gentiles don't. Now they show up when Paul gets preaching, and as proof that they're the right kind of apostles, but then again it's the Jews that do the preaching. And you'll find a little bit later when you read that thing that a convert of an apostle sometimes has the apostolic gifts. A convert of an apostle. But after that, they die out. Come back to Mark 16, look at it again. Get that list in Mark 16, and this time finish it, and come down to verse 20. And look what happens. First of all, get Mark chapter 16, and look at verse 17. These, look at it carefully, these signs shall follow them that believe. Now, you see what you could do with that? See? That Bible's just full of rat traps and snares and stuff to mess you all up. Do you believe on Christ? Why then the sign should follow you, right? Yeah, and it's wrong. It don't work. You say, why? Look at verse 20. It follows the ministry of the apostles. The signs follow those that believe under an apostle. The Lord went with them, with the signs following. Isn't that verse 20? All right, the signs follow the apostles. Now, we had a fellow here in town one time named Kilpatrick out of Brownsville. And he screwed those people out about $3 million before he left. Then he got out. And when he got out as an apostle. They ordained him as an apostle out of Brownsville. Special ordination for ordaining him as an apostle. Well, where are the signs, buddy? Where are the signs? They follow them that believe. He claimed that. Well, then he should have followed the people in his congregation that believed. Well, how come they have the largest number of handicapped parking places of any church in town? If all of them that believed got the signs of healing, why didn't all of them get healed? You say, why? Those are apostolic signs. That's how you started in the 2 Corinthians 12:12. They're apostolic. They follow apostles. There aren't any apostles in Pensacola. Kilpatrick ordained as an apostle. What a piece of rubbish. I mean, and what a terrible, ghastly, godless, depraved thing. Some farmer out here north here somewhere bought him a little dead girl that died in the family and asked him to bring the girl back to life. And then that lying two-bit rascal, and some of you folks don't like that talk because you're not really zealous for the truth anyway. He said, that doesn't mean we raise them physically. That just means we raise them spiritually. The apostles have them get up. I mean, Eutychus falls out of the upstairs, and Paul goes out and lays down on him and gets him back up to his feet. I read my class the other night in church history about a case where the Pope did that. And over there in St. Peter's, it happened about, must have been about 15, 16 years ago. A little girl fell out there. She fell something like over 100 feet and killed her. And right away they wanted him to heal her, and he came down and prayed for her. And you know what happened there? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, one of my favorite characters is a couple of false messiahs, Jewish messiahs that showed up in the Dark Ages. And a lot of them professed to be the Messiah and weren't the Messiah. We had one in New York recently. And they followed up and they challenged those Muslims. And they told those Muslims, you can't kill me. You put me in a furnace, I won't even burn. Roast toast, boy. I mean, they burned him to a crisp. Why didn't it work? It worked in Daniel, didn't it? See, you got to watch your step in that book, man. You got to be careful what you're doing there. When I said that, you can't kill me. Yeah, you kill him, no problem at all. Now, what's going on there? Well, back in the Old Testament, God was dealing with that Jew, and the Jew had those signs and wonders. And after your apostles end, they're gone. I get over here and I'll show you the end of it here in a minute. You get over the end of the thing over here, and you know what you're going to find? You're going to find the greatest healer in the Bible outside of Jesus Christ himself, the Apostle Paul, lost his ability to heal people. And not only had recommended some medicine for Timothy, but carried a doctor with him. When Paul dies, he has Luke the physician with him, and Luke's a physician. That's the greatest healer in the Bible outside of Christ is Paul. He getting folks saved with handkerchiefs and aprons. Just like Swaggart and some of these guys used to pretend to do. They're careful with that anymore. They don't do that a lot, but some of them do it, you know. Get this prayer cloth, you know, and put it under your pillow, you know, and put it in your oven, you know, and that kind of stuff. And they write back and say, yeah, well, I know the good Lord is merciful to me. I'd answer the prayer. I put this in my pillow. The next day the mailman bought me a check for $700, you know. That's welfare for Muslims, you know, and things, that kind of stuff. I think stuff like that. Now you take that thing, those signs follow those Jewish apostles. When those Jewish apostles stop, the signs stop with them. I will give you something to think about. The meanest devil in this world is a man who would stand where I'm standing and take advantage of your lack of faith or knowledge of that Bible to make you think that you are the criminal because you don't have enough faith to get healed, and he does, and he can't kill you because of your lack of faith. A dirty dog. You know you got to be mean as the devil to think like that, and then take an offering from him.